Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to English Speak Easy. I'm really happy you are here today, because today's lesson is one of the most important lessons for anyone learning English. Today is day 7, and our topic is common English mistakes, wrong versus correct English or due to English mistakes. How to improve accuracy while speaking. If you can avoid these mistakes, your English will automatically sound more confident, more natural, and more correct, without memorizing difficult grammar rules. So relax, sit comfortably, and listen carefully. This lesson can change the way you speak English forever. Let me tell you one very important truth. Making mistakes does not mean you are bad at English. Making mistakes means you are learning. If you never make mistakes, it usually means you are not speaking at all. And silence never improves English. Now let's understand why most people make English mistakes. First reason, many people translate directly from Urdu. They think in Urdu first, then try to change those words into English. But English does not work like Urdu, so the sentence becomes confusing. Second reason, many people copy English from others, friends, social media, videos. But sometimes the English they copy is already wrong, so the mistake continues. Third reason, too much fear of grammar. People stop themselves and think, what if this sentence is wrong? And because of that fear, they don't speak. The fourth reason is very common. Small mistakes are never corrected. They are repeated again and again until they feel normal. Now remember this sentence. It is very important for every English learner. Fluency comes first, accuracy comes with awareness. Today, we are not trying to become perfect today. We are building awareness. And awareness is the first step to confident English. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake most Pakistani learners make. Direct translation from Urdu to English. This one habit creates many problems in spoken English. Let's look at a very common example. Many people say, I am agree. Why does this happen? Because in Urdu we say main agree karta hoon. So people think am is needed. But in English, agree is a verb, not an adjective, and verbs do not need am, is, are before them. So the correct English is, I agree with you, I don't agree. These sentences are short and natural. Now listen carefully to what is wrong. I am agree, I was agree. These sentences sound normal to Urdu thinking, but they are wrong in English. So remember this simple rule. If the word shows in action, do not use am is are with it. Speak it slowly in your mind. I agree, not I am agree. This one correction alone can make your English sound much better. Now let's look at mistake number 2. This one is also very common in Pakistan. Many people say, he is my cousin brother. This comes from the Urdu sentence, ye mera cousin bhai hai in Urdu. This sounds completely normal, but English works differently. In English, the word cousin already tells us the relationship. It can be male or female. So we do not add brother or sister after cousin. The correct English is very simple. He is my cousin, she is my cousin, that's all. Now listen carefully. Cousin, brother, cousin, sister, these are Urdu style English, not real English. So remember, in English, cousin is enough. When you remove extra words, your English becomes clear, natural, and confident. Now let's look at mistake number 3. This one is very common in daily conversation. Many people say, she is doing job. This comes from the Urdu sentence, wo job karti hai in Urdu. This sentence is fine, but in English, job is a countable noun. That means we must use an article with it. So the correct English is, she is doing a job. Even better and more natural English is, she has a job. Now listen carefully to the wrong forms. She is doing job, he is doing job. These sound okay in Urdu thinking, but they are not correct English. So remember this simple idea. In English, you don't just do job, you do a job or you have a job. Small corrections like this make your English sound much more natural. Now let's talk about mistake number 4. This one happens almost every day at home. Many people say, open the fan. This comes from the Urdu sentence, panka koldu in Urdu. Kolna works for many things, but in English, open is not used for electrical things. We don't open a fan. We turn it on. For lights, fans, TV, AC we say turn on or switch on. These small changes make your English sound natural and correct. Now let's talk about another very common problem. Wrong use of is, am, are. This mistake happens because many learners know the words, but they mix them while speaking fast. Listen to these sentences. You will hear them very often. Here, my friend, I is ready. They is coming. These sentences sound small, but they make your English sound confusing. So let's fix this once and for all. Remember this like a simple formula. When you talk about yourself, you use I gives am. So you say, I am ready, I am happy, I am learning English. When you talk about one person or one thing, you use he, she, it gives e. So you say, he is my friend, she is at home, it is raining. When you talk about more than one, or when you talk to someone, you use you, we, they gives a rest. So you say, you are correct, we are learning together, they are coming. Now listen carefully to the wrong ones again. Here, I is, they is. These are very common mistakes, but they are very easy to fix if you remember just this one structure. Your English will immediately sound better. Slow down. Think for 1 second, choose the right word. Small awareness, big improvement. Now let's look at another very common mistake. Many people say, I am belong to Pakistan. This comes from the Urdu sentence, Main Pakistan se belong karta hoon, in Urdu thinking. This sounds correct, but in English, belong is a verb, and verbs do not need am, is, are before them. So the correct English is, I belong to Pakistan. Very simple, very natural. Now listen to the wrong form again. I am belong to Pakistan. This is Urdu style English, not real English. So remember this rule. If the word shows an action like belong, agree, no, like do not use am, is, are before it. Say it slowly in your mind. I belong to Pakistan. One small correction. Big improvement in your English. Now let's talk about another common mistake, the wrong use of very and very much. Many people mix these two, and the sentence sounds strange. Listen to these examples. I am very tired very much. I like English very muchly. These sentences come from direct thinking, but they are not correct. English. So let's simplify this. Here is a very easy rule. Very is used with adjectives, words that describe how you feel or how something is. For example, tired, happy, sad, angry, excited. So we say, I am very tired, I am very happy. Now, very much is used with verbs, words that show action. For example, like love, enjoy, appreciate. So we say, I like English very much. I enjoy learning English very much. Now listen to the wrong forms again. Very much tired, very much happy. These are incorrect because tired and happy are adjectives. So remember, very plus adjective, very much plus verb. Keep it simple. When you use the right word, your English sounds smooth and natural. Now let's talk about another mistake that is everywhere, confusion between do, does, and did. Many people know these words, but they mix them while speaking. Listen to these very common sentences. She don't like tea, he didn't went there. These sentences are heard every day, but they are not correct English. So let's make this very simple. First, let's talk about the present tense. When you talk about I, you, we, they, you, use do. For example, I do like tea, they do work hard. But when you talk about one person, he, she, it, you use does. So the correct sentence is, she doesn't like tea, not she don't. Now let's talk about the past tense. This part is very easy. For the past, everyone uses did, I did, you did, he did, they did, but here is the most important point after did. The verb is always in its base form. So listen carefully. He didn't went there, he didn't go there. She didn't ate food, she didn't eat food. This rule never changes. After did, no past form, no ed form, only the base verb. So remember this simple idea, did plus base verb. If you remember just this one rule, half of your mistakes will disappear. Slow down. Think once, speak clearly, that's how English becomes easy. Now let's talk about how to improve your English accuracy every day. This is simple, and anyone can do it. Here is a daily system that works. First, speak slowly, don't rush. Slow English is clear English. Second, think in English, not Urdu. When you think in English, mistakes naturally reduce. Third, learn from mistakes. Don't fear them, mistakes are your best teachers. Fourth, repeat correct sentences every day. Repetition builds memory and confidence. Fifth, record your own voice. When you listen, you notice small mistakes and fix them. Sixth, listen to correct English videos, songs, conversations your ears learn fast. Remember this, accuracy is a habit, not a talent. Even if you speak a little every day, your sentences will slowly become correct and natural. Step by step, day by day, your English becomes stronger. Before we end, let me tell you a small story. There was a learner who always said, "My English is very weak." But one day, instead of quitting, he decided to correct one mistake daily, one sentence, one correction, one improvement. Months later, people said, "Your English sounds confident." That learner could be you. If this video helped you even a little, if you learned even one correction today, then don't leave silently. Subscribe to English Speak Easy. Practice with me daily. Grow step by step, because here, English is not judged, it is learned. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson.